What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is time to rip and tear with Doom: The Dark Ages. Super pumped for a new Doom. I absolutely have loved the last two Doom games, Doom and Doom Eternal. Well, Doom 2016, I think, is what a lot of people are calling it, and Doom Eternal. No idea where this fits in the timeline. No idea how the hell the story works. But come on, we don't play Doom for the story. You play Doom for the fast-paced shooting and watching things explode. Oh, man. Guys, I had to do some housekeeping here at the start of this video. If I remembered to do it, I'll put a timestamp in the bottom for when I'm done yapping and we actually hop into the game. I've said this before. Just started a new job recently. Sadly, about at the end of week 1, going into week 2, I ended up getting really sick. Everything got screwed up. I've been talking about it in the YouTube community tab and all that. And this was kind of like my first real week on the job. The last couple days, I have just been exhausted. I've been lugging boxes around a loading dock with cables and everything like that. So my back has been killing me. I mean, hell, today I slept until about 3 in the afternoon just trying to catch up on sleep and everything. Oh my gosh, yeah, listen to that guitar kick in. So yeah, uploads have been weird the last little bit. That's my bad. I'm going to use this weekend, try and get as much done for this upcoming week as I can. So if I have a day where I just want to lie down and sleep when I get home from work, everything's good to go. Yeah, so that's just where I've been. BitChute might be a bit behind on things. I apologize for that, guys. Not intentional. It's just, like I said, I have been... I'm just trying to keep up this week. But it's been a fun week. All that good stuff. But the only other thing I really have to say is actually about the game now. I've played the first 2 chapters of, I think, 22 total chapters for Doom Dark Ages, and so far I'm digging it. It takes a little bit getting used to the speed of the game. Again, you know how it is with whenever you play a Doom or Wolfenstein, because you move so fast to move and shoot and everything. It takes a touch getting used to, but once you do, this game it's pretty solid. You see in my my decision here, I'm kind of going back. Ultra Violence or Nightmare? I think I picked Nightmare. So yeah, I get BTFO'd a few times, so you get the fun of watching me do that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. I feel that we'll see it once we get to it, but I feel executions have taken a bit of a step back. But like I said, we'll talk about it when we start seeing them. But all in all, really fun, and I really love the sort of medieval aesthetic that they're going for in this game. In the age of fire and ruin, when the legions of hell first set foot upon Argent D'Nur, another came, an outsider his path. Okay. The Night Sentinels, desperate and broken, saw in him a weapon. Their gods, ever watchful, saw something more. They bestowed upon him strength beyond mortal flesh, speed beyond thought, a gift something. The Doomslayer. Sorry. Blow my nose there for a second. So yeah, I'm gonna guess this takes place before the earlier Dooms. I don't know, because they're in like a castle and this is like medieval, but we're also using futuristic guns and shit. So I don't know. See, I wouldn't take the legs. I feel like you wouldn't get as much good meat out of taking that guy's legs.
Another fool's errand, witch. You have wasted our time once again.
We will not leave here until the heart of Argent is found. It It is close.
The Horde will tear this village to pieces, but our time is running out. Soon, the humans will summon him.
King Nodi, we found their entry point. It doesn't make sense, sir.
The barrier is still holding, but our scans show that 3 portals were opened from inside the village.
The demons couldn't get past the barrier, so their followers are letting them in. Thera.
The transports. How much time?
Get me the new bishop. Valen's armored division is still an hour away.
We could try and launch the Atlands.
There's no time. Bishop Creed. We need him.
Commander. Thera, this temple must remain guarded.
The village of Colleen is a mining settlement. If it falls, everything will be destroyed, including your Sentinel energy reserves.
Launch the Slayer.
Yeah, launch him. Launch him. Here we fucking go.
Purification targeted for the village of Kalim.
There he fucking is. Dude, I love the like the fur lining of his collar. The combat shotgun kind of looks like a musket in a way. Like it really does kind of have that. I'm trying to think of a comparison I can draw to another piece of media, because it looks kind of looks like a blunderbuss, but a little more futuristic. Like, if anybody remembers when they tried to do those like those Hansel and Gretel like Monster Hunter movie, like does anybody remember that? Fuck yeah! Like that's the kind of vibe. Like it's old timey but also futuristic. It really works. The shotgun looks fucking awesome. See here, me just trying to kind of get used to the,
Impact confirmed.
as I always call them, slide and glideness of the shooters. I have to actually like stop to aim, otherwise I'm just gonna whip. Oh, I think this game has some. From what I've heard, this game is good for is a good shooter if you are bad at shooters. Like, I think there's aim assists and shit like that that was added to the game. See, I don't use the shield enough to actually block damage. I mean, I use it for the parries. I use it for certain things, but I don't use it enough to actually block incoming damage. Oh yeah, the shield chart, dude. This is really cool. It just runs at him and just beats the shit out of them all. Oh, and I'll say this, at the difficulty that I'm playing on, I'm not even playing on a super high difficulty, but you got to be careful. I mean, and, you know, like basic enemies like them can take you out if you're not careful. You know, if you're just like, hey, I'll just tank shots and whatnot. No, do not tank damage. Keep, you know, they will. You know, it adds up. Yeah, see, like that, you get dropped to low health pretty quick. And see, right there, that takedown, the executions just don't feel, I don't know, they're missing something. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna punch you in the face, and you explode. I'm gonna shield bash you and you explode. Like, come on, where's, like, ripping people's heads off, or, you know, like, there's... Yeah, there's as much, like, there's some that really work for me, but usually you have to be, like, jumping on top of somebody, or you have to approach them at a different angle for it to really do something cool.
The Slayer is dangerous. Keep your distance.
But yeah, if there's one thing I don't like, it's that I feel the executions have taken just a weird step back.
Confirmed. Weapon drop incoming in 3, 2, 1.
The Power Gauntlet. Essentially, it's a melee attack that'll milk enemies for ammo. I mean, I adore the where's my brain going? I adore the fact that they keep that sort of old school vibe for these games of having the power-ups and the ammo pickups and the health pickups and everything. They're just big glowing objects sitting on the ground. It's like, well, it's not realistic. Come on. We're playing Doom. It doesn't have to be. It works. You know, weird question to anybody who remembers Quake. Like, anybody want to see another Quake game? I mean, I'm trying to remember. Like, I don't have a history with the franchise. I think the last Quake game that I remember was on console. I can't remember when it came out. It was in the 2000s. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game, but I don't know. There's a part of me, though, that's just like, I'd like to see Quake come back. You know, I mean, but there's a... just got killed. It's like, do I waste the sigil? But no, I'll say this, use the sigils. They're actually fairly common. You know, when I said no, I don't want to use the sigil, I was thinking, oh, it's not a very common pickup. No, it's there. The game also gives you a map, so it makes finding the secrets and finding, you know, like the little sideways hidden spots a lot easier too. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I mean, on the one hand, the collection gremlin inside of me goes, "Oh, thank you so much, game," but on the other part of me is like, that defeats the entire purpose of a secret area, because you show me essentially how to get there in the map. But to each their own. What was I saying earlier? Oh, right, yeah, seeing games like Quake come back. I would love to see these sort of slide and glide shooters sort of come back into prevalence, especially ones that have stories and campaigns and stuff. You know, your Duke Nukems, your Serious Sam, if anybody remembers that. I remember I was at a friend's house and they had, I want to say Serious Sam 3 for the OG Xbox. I think that's the one I remember. And I say remember very loose terms, but you know, stuff like Serious Sam, Quake, I'll throw Unreal Tournament in there. You know, this style of shooter, not your first person, you know, not your Call of Duties or whatever. Like, I would love to see this genre make a resurgence, and I kind of thought we were seeing that when this and Wolfenstein both kind of got remade and were kind of coming into the modern era. And then
The main gate is under lockdown.
then Bethesda completely shit on Wolfenstein with their, you played as Billy's kids, which I like the concept of. That game, in terms of execution, was fucking awful. Played it on the channel though. I think that was the first game on, probably the only game on Switch that I ever played like a big blockbuster like shooter. I'm like, it worked, but yeah, man, that game was not what I was hoping for. But again, I think on that one they were so focused on making it co-op and multiplayer that I'm like, okay, but you didn't make a good story. You know, that should have been your first objective. Or hell, screw story. Just give, you know, because Doom shows me. Because again, I don't remember shit about the Doom plots. Like, you don't even need story. Just, you know, put a whole bunch of demons in front of me, give me cool weapons, and let me run around and blow things up. I'm a very simple individual in what I need. So yeah, it's really that simple. If it's a green projectile, it can be parried. And it gets sent back, and it kind of returns to sender, and it'll either stun them or it can blow up some of the weaker enemies. And yes, to begin, they do move that slow, but there are a few of them. Like, this guy has one that actually shoots a much faster projectile. It's Glory Strikes. And see, there should have been an execute for that. Like, you rip off a horn and shove it in its face or something like that. There should have been a gory execute. Because I think those things are the pinkies from the previous two Dooms. You know, those little stubby dragon-looking things. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there should be an execution. Instead, he just boots it in the face and it's done.
He's at ground zero. He located.
And teaches you how to use the map. And so, you know, it shows you all the pickups, it shows you areas that there's going to be fights, and so far it's not really been open world, or, you know, or at least sandbox in these areas, but I don't know, man. Part of me feels like, well, we'll get into weapon upgrades in the next video. I don't know, man. Part of me feels like it just makes it too easy to find the secret areas and the secrets in the game, but on the same token, it makes backtracking a shitload easier. So, bad with the good and whatnot, and I'll shut up here so you can pause and read. I like the little toys. I kind of like the little Funko Pop versions of the enemies. Like, I kind of want some for my desk.
Once he kills the demon, the portals will collapse.
See, I'll say that that green shot that the writer just sent at me, those ones, oddly enough, are actually come at you pretty quick. Yeah, that attack. That one comes at you deceptively fast. We get a thing in the next chapter to deal with those shield guys. It's really cool. Pick up the armor. And turn and get shot in the face. Ran out of ammo. Yeah, you can see my growing pains with the parry system there. Did the audio just cut out for anyone? Is that just me? There you go. You gotta get in the flow. I'm trying to think how to phrase this. But does anyone feel like there's actually a little... I don't know, it takes out a little bit of the violence without all the really cool executes. Without, you know, just like ripping the heads off demons up close and personal without... Just there's something about it to me that I'm like... I look at it and go... It should be more, you know. There should be something. It just here's our assault rifle, the Shredder. Like it looks like it looks like something out of Van Helsing that's gonna shoot wooden stakes at vampires. Captain America off that guy. But yeah, just without the executes, like I feel like what has made the previous games in this franchise so fun, just kind of the hyper violence. It almost feels like they toned it down, and I don't like that. Like I don't want to play a toned down version of Doom. I want, you know, the blood and gore in my face, everything exploding. Yeah, you know, that's the Doom experience I want. If I had to guess why they removed them, it's to give the game a more sense of speed. So, you know, you get right up to them, hit the execute, and you can kind of keep moving in a flow. I'm gonna guess that's why they did it. Yeah, that would be my best guess. That's why they did it. They did it to keep a sense of flow in the movement. But I think you lose... I would rather it break up the flow of movement to give me those really cool executes. You know, maybe that's just me, but I would rather have the cool executions still there. Like right there. Just have them to yank the head off or something. Just you lose a little something to it. Is it just me? Am I a crazy one? Well, crazy-er one? I left a key back there, by the way. Pinky Rider. Damn shield guy giving me fucking problems. You know, I like the music. Does anyone feel the music's a touch? I'll say generic. You know, it's just generic metal. Like the other ones, and it's still early, so maybe it's just me. It's just the moments where the music kind of swelled and just found those moments to really hit. In the first couple Dooms, I think that's my point. You know, it's just I think it lacks the impact. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to go, oh, the music sucks. No, the music's really good. It just it lacks just those moments of just pure punch that I think the last couple Dooms had. Oh, I remember what I was at. I'm gonna try and I'm missing a collectible because there's a codex page up here that's easy to get. I'm like, well, where's this last collectible? And I'm thinking it might be like back in this corner. Let's grab this page first. I think what I'm missing is a weapon skin. I think that's what I miss. So that's the thing. I'm thinking it's over back. Yeah, back there. So I'm thinking, ooh, maybe there's a secret or something back there. Okay, let me time the waves. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, it's not gonna work for me. Let's go to this medieval machine gun.
They're making a final push.
Yeah, my way. Excuse me. So you see this percentage that's going up on the sides there? I made a mistake when I was doing this because I was thinking that percentage was like heat on the machine gun. No, you can just rapid fire this thing all you want. You don't have to worry about heat on the gun. That is setting up the plasma. There you go. I make this mistake with this giant. Are these Hell Knights? Or a big ass demon? See, like I stopped there at 99. Okay, let's let the gun cool down, and then it's not moving. I'm like, ooh, that's when I'm figuring. I'm like, oh, that's the bolt charge. I get it. Bonk. Eat shit.
All remaining enemy targets have been neutralized.
And there's the thumbnail.
They lied to us. And now he has a leash.
The Makers felt a weapon as powerful as the Slayer.
Should be guided.
And you agreed.
He's not one
Of us.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out well for you when I get out of that and I start blowing up everything.
The beast is tearing through our ranks once again. And still, you continue to be influenced by this outsider. It is not this witch who is forced onto the battlefield. battlefield against the Slayer. All the power of hell cowering before one man.
Rather than like the leader in a Doom game, I feel like this guy looks like a Cenobite from Hellraiser.
Our enemy is divided. The time is now. And the heart of Argent gives us the power to conquer the beast and crush his allies. The Horde is yours to command. For now, Prince Azareth. I will be informing the High Council of your progress.
They fear him, and so your dominion over hell is not absolute.
Avoid the Slayer. We should focus on breaking the humans first. Then resume our search.
Alright, well guys, as it says, a dark beginning. There we go, that is the first part of Doom Dark Ages. Took me a while to get the game started, but we finally got there. I want to say, as always, thank you so much to everybody watching. You all are the best. Thank you for putting up with me while I have been doing real life stuff for the last little bit, but hopefully we can get back into a regular schedule and all that. So thank you for watching, guys. Social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, I'm out.